This is a newspaper, right? It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining. That's why I read it, because it entertains me. You won't let me read it, so you entertain me with your bullshit. Tell me a story right now, go.
I'll go right.
Now we're going to get straight to it and jump into this third quarter. What was going on here? The Knicks were only down 8 points going into halftime. 8 points against an unsophisticated Pistons team. They're not all that. Beasley was struggling. Tim Hardaway Jr. was struggling. They themselves had offensive issues. The Pistons didn't even give Cade the ball like that during this time span. Surprisingly, JB was off ball for most of the quarter. It's not like he was sitting in a bunch of ISOs missing shots. They had a couple missed open three-point shots. Mikal missed a transition three. OG had an open shot that he missed. Anthony Towns and Josh Hart had a couple of tough drives. Again, it wasn't JB bringing the ball up for most of this time period. So sometimes guys were stuck on ISO one-on-ones with the shot clock winding down. And even JB, he had a play where he tried to draw a foul just like in game one. But again, this is where the coach comes into play. And I'm not one of these let's fire Tibbs kind of guy. But damn, this offense was looking basic as fuck. And they have way too much talent on this team for just the flow to look like this. Tibbs just got extended. I'm not saying they should act on anything, but if there's a domino to fall, for them to actually begin to reconsider if Tibbs should be this coach going forward, I would say, wow, it's right here in game 2 in this third quarter. It could be the first domino or it could be the second. Maybe they've been evaluating him for a good minute because his extension seemed kind of short. Right here, this is where this imagination comes through. Plenty of time left in the shot clock, right? But check out who's on the floor. Jalen Brunson. Why not bring him into this? Bring him here. This is how they're going to alleviate some of that because they're young players and just them being involved in all that losing from last season. They don't really have the experience here. And this is where the Knicks could start manipulating situations like this. Right here, I know Mitch is in this lineup. And this is what kind of sucks sometimes about having him and Towns in these two big man lineups. It's hard to exploit guys like Duran. It would be nice to see the Knicks start manipulating players off ball like Mitch right here. Get him involved with OG to get a switch. Now OG can have Duran on him. And now you drag OG up here with a screen. Force Duran to come up. If OG pops out, he pops out. Or if he dives and roll, he's big enough or just, has the skill set enough to go ahead and finish. But instead, we just get like stale possessions like this. Here's another example right here. You see how Sir Thompson is on Josh Hart? Right now, Cat is coming to screen on Brunson. Instead, why not have Josh Hart and Towns run a little action right here to get a switch? Now you can have Cat on Asar and now drag Asar up here. These young guys are making a lot of mistakes, and we've seen it play out in game 1. It was a prime example. But this switch right here really leads to nothing. You see it now, Asar, because he was on Josh Hart, now he's helping out. Let's take a look at it again. Same possession, this time real early in it. Look at Cat. He's going right here. Why not get a pin down on Asar and then drag him up? Same thing if this was Jalen Brunson. Do the same thing. Get a switch right here. Cat, pin him down. Screen for Josh Hart, pin him down. Force some of the Pistons' younger players to be in positions to having to make certain choices. I understand that this wouldn't quite be a favorable matchup having Asar come up, but then let's see how he reacts. Is he going to overplay this? Is he going to blitz Brunson? Could Brunson dump it over the top? Now you have Towns. He's the roll man. So now Asar has to react. He can't help out too hard because Towns could pop out for a 3 or Towns can drive. This is a perfect scenario right here. Running pick and roll on Asar Thompson and Jalen Brunson, forcing the younger players to make some decisions. How they going to react on some of these pick and rolls? Now, if the pass got there better, Mitch could actually already have it waist level and perhaps hit Josh Hart off. But you start to see more options open up because now the Pistons have to collapse more. They've picked on the Pistons' younger guys earlier. Check out right here in the first quarter. You got Asar and Cade involved, and Asar is going to misread this. Here's another prime example in that first quarter. We got Josh Hart setting the screen on Asar, and then we got Jalen Brunson right here. So the Pistons, both of their younger players are involved, and this is a half-ass hedge right here by Jalen Brunson, and now the Knicks offense is opened up for much better looks, even though OG didn't convert. There's just going to be plenty of opportunities to take advantage of the Pistons' inexperience. As Asar Thompson right here, remember in game 1, this little hesitation, Jalen Brunson caught him lacking. I don't know if he's talking to the ref, but Brunson just catches him lacking. He doesn't expect him to go and gives up a crucial go-ahead bucket. This quarter said a lot. I tell you that. It really did. Again, the Knicks only scored 4 points for almost 70% of the quarter. And for them to go into the fourth only down 8 points after trailing 6 points by halftime. I mean, they were still under single digits. The offense not having no imagination. On the defensive side, the guys started slipping a little bit on the pick and roll defending Cade. He was going over the top. Guys kind of had a few slip ups. It was just a lot going on. And on top of that, we're missing open shots. So this team is in a very fortunate position. But again, just going into this offseason, this third quarter said a lot. And it wouldn't shock any of us if, hey, Tibbs, man, them pink slips might be coming sooner than later. I don't want to jinx it, but damn, this did not look good at all.